So what kind of image do you have towards Japan? What kind of image do you have towards Japan? What kind of image do you have towards Japan? What kind of impression do you have towards Japan? Okay, so thank you for your time. First, where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
I'm also from Canada.
Okay, cool. So in this video, I want to ask you guys what's your impression towards Japan? So what kind of image do you have towards Japan?
So first of all, I think they're very friendly, and it seems like their technology is very advanced and they're very smart. That's my impression.
Cool. What about you?
I don't know too much about Japan, but I know Tokyo, it's like big city there, and like a lot of fashion comes from there. So I've seen like fashion, I guess, about Japan, but I don't know too much about Japan.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So next question is, do you have any Japanese friends?
No, I don't have any Japanese friends.
I don't think so, no.
Okay, so have you ever talked or interacted with Japanese people?
When talking to you, you seem very friendly and open to ideas and stuff,
So am I the first one for you?
yes.
Wow, cool, awesome. Okay, what about you?
I feel like I've definitely had like Japanese peers in like class and stuff. But yeah, easy to get along with, nice, respectful. Yeah, and then other than you too.
Okay, so last question is gonna be like this. Okay, so if you can go to Japan, if you're gonna travel to Japan, what would you like to do there?
I would love to go to Tokyo. I've always wanted to see like the Tokyo Tower, the big city, and how it's different from Canada.
Okay, you wanna enjoy Japanese food there?
Yeah, I want to try like new food, new things.
Do you have any favorite Japanese food?
I haven't actually really tried much Japanese food, but I would like to try. And see
Okay.
what it's like.
Cool. What about you?
I'd be interested in just like learning more since I don't know too much about Japan, like about the culture and just seeing it. It seems like a really beautiful place, so definitely I would like to explore there.
Okay. So thank you for your opinions. Thank you so much.
Thank
No problem.
you.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
You too.
Thank you.
All right. So thank you so much for your time. First, where are you from?
I'm from Turkey, but I was born here. So my parents are originally from a city called Gaziantep. But since I was born here, I am pretty adapted to Canadian culture, but I do speak Turkish at home. And then whenever I'm out with my Turkish friends, for example, I tend to speak Turkish, but usually I do speak English.
So today I want to ask you about what kind of image you have towards Japan. So first, what kind of image do you have towards Japan in general?
So my image of Japan, the first thing I think of is a beautiful country, and then the second thing is thriving economy. So I would say it's very different compared to Canadian culture, but also taking the fact that I've never been to Japan. And what I mean by different is that here we walk around, we see like basic things that are like more like American culture, more Western civilized. However, Japan does have like aspects of that Western civilization, but since like Asia is like, I would consider like a whole different world of like a whole different culture, it would be like so much more different. So for example, when you go shopping here, like we have like basic stuff like tools that we have here in Western civilization, but for example, if you go to a drugstore in Japan, what I've noticed is that like they have like all these cool like beauty gadgets, like, and they have like a different type of like makeup and beauty. So I don't know, it's like it's very different but also very similar at the same time compared to like Canada and Western civilization.
Okay, very interesting answer. So you haven't been to Japan, but how did you know those things?
Well, I would say like just because like growing up in Toronto, there's so much like multiculturalism. I would say like Toronto is the most multicultural city in the world. That's just a biased opinion. And you get to like grow up and like learn so many things about everyone's culture here. So for example, I'm Turkish, and like when you meet someone that's like Turkish, like you'll like know like a little things about them, like, oh, like you're from Turkey, like Turkey has like baklava, for example. So I know that a famous food in Japan is sushi, for example, and the reason why I know like a little bit about that is because there's so many restaurants, and then you meet like so many cool people here, and they like tell you about the culture. And also a huge part of it has to do with social media. So whenever you're like on YouTube, for example, and you're like scrolling around, you watch like a vlog and it's like someone else's life in a different world. So I feel like the internet also connects us to that aspect. So yeah, I think that's how I would know like a little bit about Japan and the culture, a little bit about the economy too, just because like I studied political science in school. So I did learn a lot about international relations and like also learning about like some history back in the day. So I guess that's why I would know a little bit about it.
Okay, that's so cool. That's so cool. Okay, so next question is about Japanese people. So you've mentioned a lot about Japan as a country, but what kind of impression you have towards Japanese people?
I remember watching a video on Facebook, and it was like of Japan and how, so for example, Toronto I would say is relatively safe. The crime rates are going up over the years. However, one thing I learned about like Japan is that like the crime rates are super low, and the reason being is because like I've noticed this in not just Japan but also in Singapore, is that like people there are very honest and very like and their culture is like very kind. So Canadian aspect has that kind of culture, but also like Japan is like, I feel like they would be more welcoming in that aspect. So I feel like that's how I would see the aspect of it. I guess like just watching that video, like seeing how Japan is, it just seems like a really cool place to like go to. I preferably would like to go to Osaka or Tokyo one day, so just like see how it is and like see if these videos are true, because then again like it is tailored to me and like what I watch, but yeah, that's what I know.
Cool. So going back to the question, in general, it is said that Japanese people are quite shy, reserved, also polite and respectful. But do you think that's true?
I do believe that they are very polite and respectful, and I just think that's just because of the culture aspect. So coming back, like I'm Turkish, and like one thing about Turkish people is that they are quite polite and welcoming. So if you ever go to a Turkish restaurant and like your waiter or like the chef, anyone, they'll be very like welcome and opening, because like they want you to like, especially in Canada here, like they want you to like learn about the culture and the aspect of it. And I feel like for Japan it's the same thing too. In terms of shyness, probably because I don't meet a lot of Japanese people, unfortunately. So, but I am very lucky to like have like a very big like city like Toronto, so I get to learn like these aspects of like the culture and everything.
Okay, so you know a lot about Japan, and not only about Japan, but Asian cultures, and I think you're the perfect person to ask this topic. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you. All right, so thank you so much for your time. First, where are you from?
I'm from Kingston, Ontario, and I was born and raised in Canada.
Okay, what about you?
I'm from Milton, Ontario. I was born and raised in Canada.
Cool. So in this video, I want to ask you guys what kind of image you have towards Japan. So first, what kind of image do you have?
I feel like Japan is definitely like a very nice country to like go to and tour, and I know that there's like some people who like also moved to Japan, and I've seen videos of like people being like, oh, like traveling to Japan, and it just seems like a really like fun place to live, and the people seem very nice.
Cool. What about you?
Yeah, I really like Japan. I know a lot of people who are Japanese, and they're just really fun and they're nice people. I enjoy a lot of like Japanese entertainment as well. But yeah, I mean, it's somewhere I want to travel. It's definitely a really interesting, and it's very different than North America.
Yeah, so Japanese entertainment, you mean like anime,
Yeah,
stuff like that?
anime,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, do you watch anime?
Oh yeah, I watch
Okay,
a lot of anime.
What is your favorite?
My favorite anime? I read a lot of manga too, like Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man's really cool. There's a lot of different anime.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so next question is about Japanese people. In general, it is said that Japanese people are quite shy and reserved, but at the same time they're polite and respectful. But do you think that's true? What is your opinion on that?
I don't know about the shy and reserved part, but they definitely do seem like very polite. Maybe they are a little bit shy and reserved, but they seem very nice to like people in general. Like I don't know, like especially like tourist interactions I see, like they just seem like very like nice, polite people.
Cool.
Yeah, I agree. I feel the same way.
Okay. Do you have any Japanese friends or any something you know well?
I think I know one person that's Japanese, but that's about it.
Yeah, I have two friends from high school.
Oh, in high school?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What is your impression towards them?
They're nice people.
Very
They're
nice
really
people.
good friends.
Okay, cool. So if you can travel to Japan, what would you like to do there?
Ooh.
You want to enjoy the food?
Enjoy the food, yeah,
would be really
for sure.
incredible. I really like sake.
The shops there all seem really nice, like going shopping at retail therapy stuff
The
seems really
mountains.
cool.
There's a really incredible mountain range out there.
Mountain Fuji? or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
That sounds cool.
Okay, so I got great answers from these good-looking people. Thank you so much.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so thank you so much for your time. First, where are you from?
India. I live here from last about 11, 12 years.
Very good. What about you?
I'm from India too. I'm from Delhi and almost 7 years here.
You guys been here for quite a long time.
That's right.
Okay, so today I want to ask you guys, what's your image about Japan? So first, what kind of impression do you have towards Japan?
For Japan, it's a beautiful country, right? Great people. very polite people. Yeah, so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, I don't have a lot of Japanese friends, but what I have saw in YouTube videos and all that, I know that country is developing very fast, and I think the last time I heard about Japan was about earthquake, and they developed very quickly. So I'm sure the people are awesome.
Okay, so thank you. So next question is gonna be like this. I think you already mentioned, but in general, it is said that Japanese people are quite respectful, polite, but at the same time, they're quite shy and they're not really good at express themselves. Do you think that's true?
I believe so. In the beginning, I think they take a little more time to open up. Once they get comfortable, I think they show more of themselves.
I agree to the point. Yes, that's why I think I don't have a lot of Japanese friends. But yes, I know few that they took time and met my workplace, and then now we are friends.
Okay, cool. So last question is gonna be like this. If you could travel to Japan, what would you like to do there? Like if you want to enjoy sushi, if you want to enjoy ramen,
Oh, yes,
food,
the
if you want to enjoy...
food. I want
yeah.
to try the technology, all the vending machine. You guys are great with technology and invention. So yeah, that would be. I want to dine in a restaurant. It's like human free in a way, right? Like sushi come to you with the robot. Yeah, that would be something fun to do.
Machine's gonna do everything for
Yes,
you, pretty much
that's
something
right.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. What about you?
Well, sushi is one of my favorite cuisines, so that's like my snack.
Your snack?
That's my snack, and I look around in Toronto for best sushi places. So I guess that's the first thing I would try, which is authentic sushi back in Japan. So yeah, I'm gonna do that for food for sure.
Okay, so thank you for your time today. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You
You
too.
too.
Thank you.